Once you've parked at the ski centre car park, it's time to head back down the main road. Although Cairngorm seems tempting as it's so close at this point, I think I took the best route, to be honest. Keep to the left, and when it comes to a T-junction on your right, you will see a lay-by on the left. Immediately after this there's a downhill path, which was clearly an old road. Taking this will cut off a fair section of the road. After 3 miles of walking downhill, you've reached Glenmore. You'll see plenty of people parking here for Loch here in the summer. A further T-junction on your right, turn right up this and you'll see a reindeer centre on your left. Continue along this road until you reach Glenmore Lodge. Once you've passed the lodge, continue along the road for a short period or go straight up to the trail on the left. Eventually, after about 1 mile, you'll reach Loch, the Green Loch. Worth a stop and look at this point. Continue a short distance and you'll reach a fork in the track. Our route is a right turn, which is signposted at Bray Mile.
So we're about 6 miles in at 440 metres. You can see where the path is going to take us up, and it's going to take us along the top there, and Bynack Moor just comes into view at this part of the walk.
Continue on the obvious trail. You're over 6 miles in and you'll reach a footbridge over the water. Cross this, continue on the track which will be slightly narrower, and it will start to climb a little bit more.
Bynack Moor just coming into sight. Looking back from where we just come, very remote, very quiet. This is a flat section just before you get to Bynack Moor. You've got a great view over to the left, and then Bynack Moor directly in front of us with a path up to the top.
Continue through the rocky section and shortly after you'll reach the summit.
The summit of Bynack Moor, just under 10 miles, 3.5 hours. Stunning view. Wow.
Continue over the summit south towards the little bands of Bynack, which you'll see directly in front of you. Once you've explored this section, you'll be heading west and descending for the next pathless section.
So coming down this section, there's not much of a faint line, if anything, to be honest. You've got 3 small sections here. Keep to the right of those, and we're going to go up this way, up to the top there, and I'll continue from there. So this is a pathless section. You'll avoid the pools of water. Take a slight left after a rock and you'll see a rocky section coming up ahead. Just keep to the left of that and head in a straight line as such.
Once you've reached this next summit, which was once a Munro but no longer is, continue south until it starts to descend, at which point you will start to head southwest. You'll see a faint route initially before picking up a well-worn section. As you descend, you will eventually see Loch ahead, heading in the direction but not going all the way to the edge on this walk, but would be well worth doing.
So coming almost to the loch, you've got a couple of routes that you can take if you continue along the loch. But we're going to go down here, then it's a very faint path that takes you up the side there, and then eventually around up at the top. So this is the final ascent that we'll do. It'll take us to Cairngorm. It is quite boggy here because you're going up the side and you've got a waterfall to contend with, but shouldn't be too bad, hopefully.
You will eventually reach a second waterfall. It was pretty much snow covered for me. Aim west once you've reached the top of the waterfall, and eventually it will get a little steeper. You'll see to the southwest a large area of rock. Aiming for this and climbing over it. You will then see the Cairngorm weather station in front of you and the summit to the right, at which point it's pretty flat.
View from the weather station on Cairngorm.
The final descent, head north. A large pile of rocks followed by a number of wooden poles will guide you down towards the funicular railway. before the final push on a well-maintained track to return to the car park.